Hello, I'm Dr. Erica Salazar, a Magnet Systems lead at Commonwealth Fusion Systems. It's Friday, the 20th of May, but before I dive into this week's news report, I first have a bit of sad news. Dr. Bernard Bigot, the Director General of the ITER organization, has passed away this last week on May 14th. On behalf of the Fusion Industry Association, we send our hearts and thoughts to Dr. Bigot's family, and we would like to reflect on his legacy. We greatly admire the transformational leadership and influence Dr. Bigot extended onto the ITER organization and to the fusion industry. I included a link to Dr. Bigot's memorial page on ITER's website in the description below, if you'd like to see more information. Now, onto our stories for this week. 1. Fusion startup Tokamak Energy calls for investment into nascent sector. 2. Realizing the STEP fusion dream will require cryogenic innovation at scale and at pace. 3. MIT expands research collaboration with Commonwealth Fusion Systems to build net energy fusion machine, Spark. 4. Energy lifeline. Future fusion fuel may be 10 times more abundant on Earth than thought. And I've got a few bonuses at the end. 1. Fusion startup Tokamak Energy calls for investment into nascent sector. As many of our regular viewers may know, the fusion industry has received an exciting influx of private investment over the last couple of years. More than $4 billion have been raised by the entire private global fusion industry, which is made up of more than 35 private fusion companies worldwide. The majority of this investment has gone to FIA members Commonwealth Fusion Systems with $1.8 billion raised just this past year, and Helion Energy with $500 million raised. Both of these companies are based in the US. Tokamak Energy, an FIA member company based in the UK, is preparing for an international fundraising push this year and is calling for more interested investors to back the emerging fusion sector in the UK. Continuing their focused reporting on fusion energy, the Financial Times discusses the high-efficiency spherical tokamak technology by Tokamak Energy and how they are preparing for an international fundraising push this year. In the article, Chris Kelsall, the chief executive of Tokamak Energy, pointed the following question to the readers. If you're going to have a truly diversified clean energy portfolio, you've got to ask yourself the following question. What's my portfolio weighting towards these other emerging technologies, and what's the risk I'm taking if I don't have an allocation towards fusion? Tokamak Energy plans to deliver its next fusion device in 2026 and a commercial demonstration plant by 2032 or 2033. In addition to calling out for more investment, the fusion company is also seeking for more expertise and talent in order to double their staff to about 500 by the end of next year. In regards to the rapid pace development, Kelsall states, we're totally in a race. It's no good perfecting this technology in 2055. We are in a race against time to address the climate imperatives and also the net zero targets that so many governments have been sharing. Well, Fusion News viewers, if you're as excited as all of us here about fusion energy, this article is a great reminder that there are many different fusion companies, institutions, and opportunities out there right now. And now's a great time as ever to join both our educational and workforce. 2. Realizing the STEP fusion dream will require cryogenic innovation at scale and at pace. The UK's Atomic Energy Authority, or UKAEA, is leading the development of the spherical tokamak for energy production facility, also called STEP. As named, STEP is a spherical tokamak device that is within its 4-year design phase, which will complete by mid-2024. This news article, published by Physics World, highlights the importance of innovating supporting systems critical to the design and operation of STEP, such as a complex cryogenic cooling system that must deliver temperatures down to 15 Kelvin, that's nearly negative 260 Celsius, to ensure the successful operation of many components of the fusion machine. Chris Walden, the Deputy Director and Chief Engineer of STEP, states that right now, our priority is to introduce the cryogenics community to STEP, explain the importance of the program for future energy production, and outline the challenges in terms of cryogenic refrigeration. Nancy Hyber, the specialist contractor for cryogenics on the STEP project team, said that the priorities are to minimize the real estate and power budget for the cryogenic refrigeration. and currently the cryogenic technology is not available at the scale and power efficiency needed to support the subsystems in STEP. Although an increasing cryogenic demand exists in the fusion technology field, it is a challenge to obtain the support from the commercial cryogenics community, especially considering their business as usual markets that see the surest commercial returns such as liquefied natural gas production, the hydrogen economy, and emerging quantum technologies. Hyber states, "We need to help the cryogenics industry see beyond business as usual to the significant growth potential of fusion energy," added Heiberg. STEP is the proving ground through which we will realize the necessary cryogenic innovations, and as such, it is not just about one prototype fusion power plant, but the catalyst for sustained commercial and technology opportunity. 3. MIT expands research collaboration with Commonwealth Fusion Systems to build net energy fusion machine, SPARC. MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and FIA member company Commonwealth Fusion Systems, or CFS, have finalized a new 5-year agreement to substantially expand the fusion energy research and education activities at MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, also called the PSFC. The expanded collaboration doubles CFS's financial commitment to MIT's PSFC. It also enables further support towards SPARC science research, an increase in graduate students and postdocs, and additional support for interdisciplinary work towards fusion power plants. The ongoing collaboration and efforts between the PSFC and CFS has proven very fruitful leading up to this new agreement. Not only were the concepts of CFS's commercial fusion power plant, ARC, inspired by the Principles of Fusion Engineering class taught by PSFC Director Professor Dennis White, but also, as our viewers may remember, the PSFC and CFS released fantastic news last year about the successful demonstration of the 20 Tesla high-temperature superconducting magnet demonstration test. Bob Mumgard, the CEO of CFS and an MIT PSFC alum, states, "This has been an incredibly effective collaboration that has resulted in a major breakthrough for commercial fusion with the successful demonstration of revolutionary fusion magnet technology that will enable the world's first commercially relevant net energy fusion device, SPARC, currently under construction. We look forward to this next phase in the collaboration with MIT as we tackle the critical research challenges ahead for the next steps towards fusion power plant development." And on a personal note, this news piece especially excites me because I consider myself a product of the initial collaboration between MIT and CFS. A big part of my doctoral research was funded by the initial collaboration between MIT and CFS, and I was elated to hear about this expanded collaboration which will increase opportunities, engage more students, and provide more educational opportunities in the fusion research industry for years to come. 4. Energy lifeline. Future fusion fuel may be 10 times more abundant on Earth than thought. A recent study conducted by scientists at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in California and published by Nature Geoscience reveals that the Earth is storing a significantly large amount of helium-3, an isotope of helium, at its core. That's about 10 times more than what was previously estimated. Helium-3 is a rare isotope of helium, and it's also an ideal candidate for a deuterium-helium-3 fusion reaction. However, because of its low resource availability here on Earth, it doesn't make for an ideal fuel candidate. Based on this recent study, scientists estimate that there is up to a petagram, or 10 raised to the 15 grams of helium-3 in the Earth's core. The vast amount of stored helium has also been reflected in other recently published studies done by scientists at the University of New Mexico, which you can find links in the description below. Well, these new helium-3 storage numbers enable scientists to have a better understanding on how the Earth was formed. Planets will accumulate material from their surroundings as they age. Based on the amount of helium-3 in the Earth's core, scientists believe that the Earth must have been deep inside of a solar nebula, not at its fringes. The Express News article summarizing the results of the first study interviewed by Dr. Berner, the primary author of the paper. Dr. Berner states, "We don't know for sure, but I wonder if there is more helium-3 coming out of the Earth than we previously thought. If this supply could be located, it could perhaps be harvested and used to fuel our nuclear fusion reactions in the future." And now I have some bonuses for you at the end. Nuclear fusion plant plan for Gloucestershire could be set by December. This article was written by the local Gloucestershire Live News in the UK. The article highlights the city of Gloucestershire's excitement and bidding strategy to be the home of STEP, the UK's prototype fusion plant. Princess Astrid of Belgium talks fusion energy at UKAEA. Check out this article describing Princess Astrid of Belgium tour of the Joint European Torus, or JET. The tour was part of the Belgian Economic Mission, and it highlighted the importance of fusion energy as an environmental responsibility future energy supply. Well, that's all for your fusion news this week. Please subscribe to our channel and listen to our podcast for more fusion news. And as always, check out the links in the description below for more information. Thanks all.